What up, y'all? We back. It's the 404 Heelz. We doing that WWE top storylines of the week. That's my boy, Steph Ronin. I'm Aaron McKee, y'all. If y'all haven't, do a suplex on that subscribe button on YouTube and Spotify, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's start with what everyone's talking about. John Cena, Grand Slam champion, bro. What are your thoughts before I go into my little tirade, my little rant? What is your little thought?
The match itself was subpar. It was decent at most, bro. It wasn't nothing to just be, gawking about, to be honest with you. But I will say, it could have been a bigger moment. I don't want to go into why it could have been a bigger moment because I know that's exactly what your rant is probably about. So I'm not going to get too much into it, repeating ourselves. I will say this, though. What the hell? Paul Levesque doing the ring the whole damn time when this is going on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, I want some limelight too, big dog. I want some limelight.
And I do have a little rant too. And it ain't got nothing to do with Dom or John Cena. I got a little rant for you, Mr. Levesque. So I hear you out there in Boston on Raw. You sound a little butthurt, my man. There's a lot of opinions.
Bro.
Opinions.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm over here listening. I'm like,
he said whether you're fans, whether you're talent in the bag, like he was taking shots at the IWC, bro, for sure.
Oh yeah. It's all just subjective. Hey, no shit, Sherlock. So why are you getting so butthurt behind it?
Yeah. That's true, bro. That's true.
I'm glad John Cena's Grand Slam champ. I'm glad he finally got the IC title. I just don't think I would want Dom to drop it to him.
Yeah.
But my theory is Dom is going to be his last opponent, and he's going to regain his IWC title. This is what I'm thinking.
I hope so, bro.
Now, my good man, go ahead and blast off on this thing, because I know you got something you want to say.
I'm just really, really fucking sick of the spoilers, bro. 2 days before, we knew this was going to happen. The internet's talking about he's going to win the IC belt in Boston against Dirty Dom. And like we was texting last night, like you said, TKO's doing it on purpose. That way people tune in.
Right.
But it's like, I don't hear no leaks from AEW ever. Not ever.
Damn, you know what? That's a good ass point, bro. Like you rarely hear any leaks from AEW.
Never. And all I hear is leaks about WWE. Some are wrong, some are right. And look, they're saying already, we was talking about it 2 months ago, Gunther's winning this tournament. So if Gunther wins this tournament, I'm going to be even more pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
me too.
What the hell is going on? Like, why does a $1 billion company allow this many leaks? How many people are they telling in the back, bro? Are they just telling everyone? Or is Triple H, hey guys, Dom's losing tonight. Like, it blows my mind. And the other thing, it was a great Raw. Hands down, it was one of the best Raws of the year so far. Not necessarily every match was good, but we'll get into that. But why do you have John Cena and Dom wrestle right away? Wouldn't that have been a better finish to the whole show? Just put that promo at the end. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I forget what rapper it was, but they're like, Eminem's verse is last on the track because you got to listen to my verse before you get to his verse. If you just listen to his verse at front, you're just going to skip the song and go on to the next song.
Right.
Bro, the crowd was so hyped. And then what comes out next? Damian and Rusev, and the crowd is just dead, bro. The crowd was exhausted. And like, I just don't, why would you not have that in the show? I don't get it. That way that crowd would have been so hyped the whole show. It just kind of fell off. It fell off a cliff right after that, bro. Like, we just saw the main event first. I mean, we did have a title change in the main event, but like, bro, it makes no sense to me. Would you have started it or would you have put it in the end?
Okay, so I have two theories. I think the first theory is they wanted this to come off as something that's organic, which I don't understand how when this shit was leaked out 2 days before everything came out.
It ain't organic, that's for sure.
It ain't organic no more. Again, so I don't have a problem with big matches being at the beginning. Definitely us being like AEW fans, like they do that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't mind it too much. But one thing I do mind is Triple H being in the ring. So this is how I would have wrote the show. If Triple H would have came out and introduced everybody and said it's a big night and enjoy the show, and then he walks out the ring. John Cena's music hits. They meet up the rampway. They shake hands. John Cena runs in the ring, and then we pick up from him and Dom. I think that would have been a perfect setup for him to stand in the ring in the middle of this the whole time, and it's being the camera view and kind of taking some shine off John Cena's moment, which is in his home city of home state.
Yeah.
And then you got Dom coming in, the up and comer. I just feel like he wasn't needed in that segment the way that he was positioned himself to be. Too much, Mr. Levesque. Too much. You
Too
understand?
much.
But I will say this: Dom did a great job on the mic to me. Even though I know I've heard some people online say Dom needs a lot of work skills, and I can see where they're talking about. He does. But
you're saying against John Cena. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not about. No one comparing to John Cena. It's saying overall. Yeah. But I would say this: if you're honest with yourself, you will say that he has improved immensely. You can't sit here and say he hasn't improved.
He's allowed to talk now, which is new for him.
His facial expressions at one point, he did the Eddie Guerrero. I don't think a lot of picked up on that. That one point when he was talking to Cena and Triple H, and then he kind of like looked this way and did like this, and that I was like, that reminds me of Eddie Guerrero. He take a lot of Eddie Guerrero's mannerisms.
His father.
Yes, his father. I'm your papi, Dominik. But again, I just really feel like Dom is really starting to come into his own. And if you guys saw anything off the internet after the match, Dom was in the back cursing up a storm. Where was Judgment Day? Where was Finn? Where was JD? Where was Roxy? Where was Roxy? Where is Judgment Day? He was losing his mind. And it made me think about this. Remember a couple of months ago, we was on the pod and we was like, Judgment Day about to break up. Judgment Day about to break up. Why? Because of one or two things, right? It was because we were seeing Dom and Finn bump heads, and the way Finn would look at Dom sometimes looked like he was trying to get him in trouble, and then Dom would do it in a nonchalant way to him too. Where the hell did that go? That is went out the window. We don't even see none of that no more. Was that? Did they pivot from that storyline?
I think it's coming back, bro. I think it's coming back. We're definitely seeing the end of Dom in the Judgment Day, I think, and hopefully Liv, my girl Liv, has something to do with it. But let me tell you this, bro. Let me tell you this. Dom, that was basically Cena and Triple H saying, you're one of the next guys. And I appreciate that because he is going to be the future of WWE for a long time coming. He's young. I think he's 25, 26?
Yeah.
Many, many years ahead of him. He also said in podcasts he doesn't want to wrestle forever. So that's another thing. But wrestlers, they're going to wrestle forever. My thing was, if Triple H was in the ring and he's introducing John Cena, I would have booked it when he announced John Cena to have Dirty Dom's music hit first. That's what I would have done, bro.
The old switcheroo type of thing.
Yeah, it would have got some more heat.
Yeah.
But another thing I don't get, and it's just like a Boston thing. I get it. And they're kind of like giving the rub to Dom even though he lost. But like this dude was booed forever. And now the crowd's like, Dirty Dom, dirty, cheering him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this kind of just put him 2 steps back a little bit with the crowd because he was going against John Cena. Do you like it kind of hurt his character being a babyface turn? You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Well, that night in that crowd with that who he's going against, their hometown hero, he deserved every boo in the city in the sound. And I don't think it regressed him. I think it actually progressed him. You know what I'm saying?
You think more crowds will cheer him louder now outside of Boston?
Cheer or boo, as long as they're making noise. This is real shit. Okay? What you don't want to do is come out to the Rusev. And if you watch our show, we always talk about how Rusev gets no pop. Okay?
Nothing.
Just like Damian Priest. No pop.
No pop. Nothing.
So I honestly think that this is going to help him. Let me tell you something. I want to see Dom thrive. But he has to be more than just a character for me to like him. He got to show me something in his in-ring ability. And his in-ring ability just isn't there yet. I'm going to give him time to progress. I'm going to give him time to be more polished. But his in-ring ability, his in-ring match ain't where it's at right now. It ain't.
It's coming, bro. It's coming, bro. I'm telling you.
The crispest, and it's not the less intensity. It is not it.
Let's talk about WWE no selling. John Cena takes Dirty Dom's basically 2 signature moves and then just wins the match. So I thought AEW was the only one that doesn't sell. I thought it was AEW, bro. I thought it was just AEW. I guess it's WWE now too, bro.
But check this out. Not only did he not sell the moves, after he executed both of them, he just roly derbied up his ass up like a roly poly and put him on his shoulders like he didn't even and that was it.
And then just finishes the match. Bro. That's crazy to me, bro.
I don't know, man. Make sense. I don't know.
So John Cena's promo, bro. We talked about Saturday Night Main Event not being exciting. And I said, man, I'm not going to get excited anymore for Saturday Night Main Events, except for John Cena's farewell.
Right.
John Cena himself is going to make me hate this Saturday Night Main Event because he wants exhibition matches between the main roster and NXT. Why?
Wait.
Why?
Yeah.
That's Saturday Night Main Event, bro.
Are you sure that's what he wanted to do? Like,
that's what he said in the promo, bro. He said, I want NXT versus main roster at Saturday Night Main Event, bro. That's what's happening. That's happening.
Man, I didn't really hear that. Damn, I need to really listen to that shit again. I thought you were talking about NXT in the light of some of them being part of the Time Is Now tournament.
No. Saturday Night Main Event will be John Cena's last match, which is kind of making me lean towards it's going to be an NXT person in the finals because he wants main roster versus NXT exhibition matches.
Pick one person. If it is NXT, who is it going to be?
Well, it ain't Javon Evans because he's going against Gunther.
No. There's only one candidate, though, I think it's going to be
Obafemi. Yep.
That's it.
Or Ethan Page. I would take Ethan Page.
Ethan ain't got don't have the effect of Obafemi. They really pushed the hell out of Obafemi.
Yeah.
You know, he basically was NXT. He basically is NXT right now at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Could be Trick. Could be Trick.
Nah.
Could be Trick.
Trick ain't it, bro. Trick ain't it. They're not going I don't think Cena sees anything in Trick like that.
But you don't want to see him whoop that trick, bro? You don't want to see him whoop that trick?
I want to see him come out to that damn song. That's the only thing I like about that shit. Trick Williams is Jay Uso with just a tad bit better wrestling ability in the ring. That's really what it is, because the entrance is off the chain. Whoop that trick, come out there, you know what I'm saying? He doing this. I don't know, man. It's the land of the entertainment. I mean, and this is why you got it. Like we talked about this with the glasses. I watch WWE for certain things. I purposely look to see if they do the certain things that they're good in, that damn good in that episode. I do not go into a WWE watching thinking which match is gonna be banging tonight. Nah. That is far from my mind. Matter of fact, if I do get a banging match, like we did a couple of weeks ago with Dragunov, Sami Zayn, or Dragunov and Nathan Frazier, I am surprised. It is a shocker to me because they don't focus on in-ring action. They just focus on everything outside the ring.
Triple H said that, bro. You don't focus on that shit.
Yeah, that's
it
why,
ain't his main thing.
And that's why your product is bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah.
So let's get into it then. The John Cena farewell tour, the tournament, if you will. So you were right. Rusev beats Damian Priest. And he's over there saying, and Sheamus. So a lot of people online are saying it would be good if Sheamus beat John Cena his last match for the Intercontinental title because
he never won it.
He'd be a Grand Slam champion. And I'm 20% okay with that. The other name that's getting floated around a lot because we have NXT versus WWE is that guy we do not like here on the 4-4 Heelz podcast, and his name is Joe Hendry. And you know WWE's pushing this guy, bro. You know who he's pushing this guy, bro.
No.
How mad you gonna be if it's Joe Hendry, John Cena, Saturday Night Main Event, John Cena's last match?
I don't think I'll be mad. I think I just be like, this some old WWE shit. That's all it is. It's WWE shit. If they going off of popularity, then and Joe Hendry is that guy they want to put over because I guess they have a verbal agreement. Once your TNA contract runs out, we're going to sign you, and we're not going to put you in NXT. We're going to put you on the main roster.
He's basically in at WWE now, anyway. Like he's there, bro. He's in WWE. He might still be getting paid by TNA. He's WWE star right now. Nah, I wouldn't say star. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
We don't get the fashion, the infatuation of Joe Hendry. I don't get it. I understand him. Like I know the character. I get it. You say his name and he appears. He jump out of trash cans, refrigerators, baby cribs, all porta potties, everything you want to say. He jumps out that thing. is not appealing.
Refrigerators. He came out of a refrigerator, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, this dude came out from underneath of someone's seat one time. I was like, what the hell, man?
And that's what they're saying. Okay, there's another thing I'm kind of mad about WWE about is they're like, we're going to announce the matches with this ball drop. So Nick Aldis is like, oh, not going to say who's facing what, LA Knight. And then on Monday, Solo's name gets drawn, and Adam Pearce goes to name the second person. He's like, no, I'm not going to say this either. And that's why the internet is saying one of those opponents is Joe Hendry, because if he would say his name, he would have to appear. Say his name, and he appears.
Okay. Joe Hendry will be LA Knight on Smacky or on Raw?
Against Solo?
No, I mean, Raw, Solo on Smacky or LA Knight on Raw? Which one?
Well, the other way. LA Knight on Raw, Solo Smacky.
Okay, all right. So I had it right first.
I mean, I don't see that. Oh, God, man. If fucking Joe Hendry beats LA Knight in the first round of this John Cena tournament, bro, they do not give a shit about LA Knight, bro.
They don't give a shit about LA Knight. They done cut the boy. First of all, the boy had a promo on the commercial break. They didn't even show it on TV. And then when you see it online, the motherfucker got cut off on the commercial break. The motherfucker
got cut off, bro. Poor LA Knight, bro.
You don't care.
Bro, and that, I mean, it's the same thing with Cross, bro. He was over with the fans. So over with the fans. And WWE's like, nah, we're good. We're good. Would that have ever happened with Vince McMahon, bro? If you're over with the fan, who was over with the fans? And Vince was like, nope.
Zack Ryder.
But you think Zack Ryder was bigger than Karrion Kross and LA Knight with the fans? And Vince gave him the IC title, Zack Ryder, right?
Yeah, after his buzz then wore all the way down.
I mean, Daniel Bryan was hot, gave him the belt. Kofi was hot, gave him the belt. Then I know Kofi got squashed by Brock Lesnar in like 8 seconds, but still gave him the belt, bro. LA Knight ain't getting no belt.
So, except for the U.S. title that whack ass run he had, right?
Yeah.
So, listen.
Lost to Shinsuke.
But that's my boy, so watch out.
I know. You and my boy Ronaldo love Shinsuke, bro.
Well, because I remember him.
Royal Rumble winner, baby. Royal Rumble winner. Shinsuke Nakamura.
I remember him, man. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, WWE has a bad habit of not capturing the momentum at the moment when it's at its peak and capitalizing on it for the superstar and for the company. They let it just, well, we're going to see how long this play out. We don't want to put the machine behind you. And we're just going to see if it's just a fade or we're going to see how long it played out. Bro, they dropped the ball so many times with so many talents.
Let me ask you this, bro. Should WWE, I mean, they gave Jey Uso the push when he was hot. Should they have given LA Knight that push instead of Jey Uso?
I think they pivoted in the right direction. They made the right decision of going with Jey than LA Knight because Jey has a longer tenure with the WWE than LA Knight did at the time, right? On top of that, the bloodline, literally.
He's bloodline. Yeah.
He's Roman's cousin. You know what I'm saying?
If you're in charge, though, are you giving it to LA Knight? If you're in charge of WWE, do you give LA Knight one of the world championship belts at any point in LA Knight's run?
During his peak run about almost a year and a half ago?
He wasn't beating Roman, though. That was unrealistic. When he faced Roman at, I forget which.
I let him beat Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, right?
There you go.
And then if you were smart with your strategic strategies, if you were smart, you would have put one on SmackDown, one on Raw, give him the same type of push. You would have had two, you know what I'm saying, killing two birds with one stone type of things. You could have had LA Knight on Raw, Jey Uso on SmackDown.
Yeah. And I didn't think LA Knight's U.S. title run was that bad. I hated that he won it from my boy Logan Paul. I hated that part. But then when he lost to Shinsuke at that pay-per-view, we was all like, what the fuck why did he just lose to Shinsuke? That made no sense.
Okay, but you want to know how bad his U.S. title run was? It was so bad that LA Knight don't even mention it. When the last time you heard a commentator say the former U.S. champion LA Knight? Never. Not once.
That's
how bad it was.
Damn, bro.
He was a transitional champion.
Yeah. All right. So in this tournament with John Cena, we're getting Gunther versus Javon Evans. And Gunther is rumored, which might be true knowing WWE, to win this tournament. Do him and Javon Evans put on a good match? Or is Gunther's return, he just comes out and squashes this guy?
So you're saying, does Gunther come out with I've been away for a long time.
I'm here on a mission.
I'm on a mission. I'm about to run steamroll through all the competition.
Yeah.
Okay. If he does come out like that, I hope that's the way he comes.
Yeah.
If he comes any other way into where it's a he barely beat Javon Evans. Oh, String Bean. If he barely beat String Bean Slinky Man, you know what I'm saying? Nah. That ain't gonna do it for me. You mean to tell me I'm supposed to believe this man is supposed to beat John Cena, the
former
GOAT?
world champion Gunther,
And he couldn't even last. He barely beat Slinky Man. No.
that boy bouncy is what he says, bro.
That boy bouncy. Nah, bro.
So you, if you were the booker, you'd book Gunther just to annihilate this guy. Just chop, sleeper over. Power
bomb, clothesline, lariat, sleeper, and then get let go of the motherfucking sleeper just to power bomb again and then be over again. You know what I'm saying? Just to rub it in, because Javon Evans can survive a loss from Gunther big time. His career his trajectory is there to the moon. He don't really need to win this match or even have a match against John Cena, because to me, John Cena is at an age where Javon Evans' style just doesn't fit with what he do. But John Cena's age style fits perfectly with what Gunther does.
Yeah. So, that's what everyone says it's going to be match of the year. And I'm like, Gunther and Javon Evans match styles really don't match up at all. At all. Okay. But sometimes it works.
Wait a minute. So, okay, I thought when you said match of the year, I thought you were meaning John Cena and Gunther. So that means tell me Javon Evans and Gunther is going to be match of the year.
People are saying it online. I'm just repeating what the IWC thinks is going to happen.
I'm gonna tell you something right here. I'm looking forward to that, man. Because like I told you, I like different styles going against different styles, because it's like a southpaw going against, you know, a right-handed boxer. You know what I'm saying? A defensive boxer versus an offensive boxer. Like, who's going to win? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to win? The dancer versus the one who comes straight at you. The one who, you know, the Bob and Weaver versus the one who comes at you. I like seeing things like that. You know what I'm saying? Even in football, you know, you got a heavy run defense. A heavy run offense versus a high flying passing offense in the defense that, you know, that causes turnovers, and the defense it bend but don't break. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, who is better in different moments? So I think there is a lot of anticipation for this match because the styles are so different, polar opposites. And I think that's where you get the most match. And this is where you get the storytelling from matches. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say you don't need to tell a lot of stories outside the ring. The in-ring ability, the in-ring match will tell you the story itself if you pay attention. See, some people, and I think this is something that we need to talk about, because I feel like there's a lot of pro wrestling fans, since we've been on the IWC and we started this podcast, I'm starting to see a lot of pro wrestling fans. They really don't know what they're watching. They don't understand the story without verbal communications. I really feel like that's what's going on. I don't need verbal communication for me to understand. Oh, okay. There you go. And facial expressions and the mood are enough for me for a story. That's a story right there to me. Mm-hmm. So we got to start calling out these wrestling fans that don't even know what they're watching, man.
Yeah, that don't know the story within the story, if you will. The story within the story. All right, that's enough John Cena talk. We talked a lot about him. It's a number one thing. We'll get to it. We got 3. I mean, he's an Intercontinental Championship. He's got 3 appearances left in the next month. So, you know, it is what it is. Next Monday, Survivor Series. Saturday night main event, NXT versus WWE. Let's go to our favorite female wrestler. Chelsea Green gets that U.S. title back, bro.
Yes.
Let's go. And a lot of people online, again, mad that Julia lost. All of a sudden, there's all these Julia fans. All these Julia fans come out the woodwork when she loses, when Chelsea Green should have never lost the belt to begin with back in the day. You know what I'm saying? She does more for that U.S. championship than anyone that's had it so far.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand all the backlash and the outcry for Julia, because you guys made more noise for Julia losing the title online than when Julia comes to the ring live at an event. Because where the pop? I don't hear the pop. The pop ain't no pop for Julia. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you want to complain and bitch and moan when she loses the U.S. championship?
Yeah,
man, I ain't seen no Julia shirts in the crowd, bro. What's going on, man?
Do you think The intro music has a lot to do with the pop, bro. Because like John Cena, you hear that, dun, like you hear, I hear voices. You hear Cody Rhodes, dun dun. Like there's certain things that just make you pop. Julia's music, I'm like, I know Julia's coming, but it's just such a slow burn for her to pop.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree, because you know why? I thought about the same thing the other night when I saw Stephanie Ventura walk to the ring.
her music doesn't give her the pop she deserves.
It doesn't give her that pop. Bro,
Yeah.
music can make or break you in this industry. I promise you that. If you got whack-ass music, bro, nobody is going to rock with you because your music doesn't correlate with your character.
Yeah. Same with Jade Cargill. Like her music takes to like they put the lights down and it's like this snowstorm. And I'm like, no, I need something like that glass breaking. If you smell like I need something, you know, like HBK. Like everything. I need something to get me right off the bat, bro. And these slow burn entrances ain't good, bro.
So let me tell you this, since we're talking about Jade Cargill. So in AEW, you know what her interest was? Matter of fact, WWE tried to mimic Jade Cargill's AEW interest theme. Her interest theme was like this in AEW. Before it even comes out, it says, a storm is coming. And then it goes right into the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now it's like they got the lights and the snow, and then all of a sudden they say a storm is coming. And then it goes into the music, and then she's standing. Bro, it takes too long to introduce her to the crowd. So the crowd ain't gonna pop like that. You know what I'm saying?
Even like the Wyatt Six, you hear like I won't even say Wyatt Six. Undertaker. His music ain't nothing to get you pop, but you hear that dong. And you're
People
like,
pop off that.
Yeah, they pop off of one little thing, bro. But like Stephanie with we're gonna build the horns and the jumbotron, and then no, just start the music right away. Just start that music because she's got a good entrance theme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she does. Her song itself is good, but the build up to her song, it should just start.
It takes too long.
It should start just like that off the gate, but it's like
And you got, I mean, perfect example. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, it's right away. This is my boom. I'm hyped.
Bianca
Liv Morgan, that little laugh that you know that's coming.
Yep.
Boom. I'm excited for it. These slow burn songs, terrible, bro. The Roman, dun dun dun. Dun, like that dun dun dun.
That's too long.
I know, but the dun 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 gets you hyped up. Jey Uso. Uso. You know? The song has a lot to do with it, bro. The song has a lot to do with it.
The song has a shit ton to do with it, man. Like, I mean, you can even think about this shit in AEW, right? See, the AEW, they're smart because they know certain sounds trigger certain reactions, right? So I'm going to give you an example. So John Moxley's Death Riders theme, right? Just that burn, burn, burn.
All the Death Riders start like that. So you know a Death Rider's coming. Yeah.
But then they play different music for each person.
Yeah.
But with John Moxley, I mean, the Death Riders group theme as itself, like, you hear that hard boom, and then that shit to drop. It sets the tone. And then on top of that, the entrance. They always got them in some kind of red room. And then, like, John Moxley, the one I like, when his
Marina Shafir slapped the shit out of him.
Bro, she be smacking that boy crazy, bro. I mean,
in the shadow.
And see, that's what I was gonna say. In the shadow, that's when you like, okay, we're gonna get into some shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? They all have different interests with different music, but it has the same feel. That's a hard thing to do in today's pro wrestling.
Will Ospreay's music, I pop instantly. Dun, 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 dun.
Swerve. Boom,
Swerve.
Boom,
Whose
boom.
house?
Swerve.
It starts with whose house?
Oh, that's right. Whose house? And then
people.
And then you got your boy Nana come out there and he kicks off the whole thing. So, I mean,
people need to change some music up, bro. For real. That's all we're saying.
Some people say they need to get rid of Def Rebel.
Yeah.
First of all, that's a horrible name for some music producers. Your name is Def Rebel. And you're supposed to be producing music. You got to hear that shit, motherfucker.
All right, we're going to keep it with the ladies, bro. And I loved this on Raw. Nikki Bella turns on Stephanie Ventura. It was awesome, bro. How'd you feel, bro?
Hold on. I wish
you hated it.
No. The only thing I regret is I didn't text you. I kid you not. When you told me I was watching Raw and we was texting. When she was coming to ring with Stephanie, I was getting ready to text you, bro. I said, wouldn't it be dope if Nikki just turned heel on Stephanie. But I was like, nah, it's cool. But that was the thought in my head. So when she did it, I was like, these motherfuckers reading my mind. Oh shit.
Yeah.
She turned heel. Now,
Yeah.
do I like that she turned the heel turn itself? Do I like that she's heel? It's cool, but ain't nothing gonna come out from it.
I mean, yeah. Stephanie's winning 100%.
Is the superior wrestler overall. Like, so what are you doing?
Yeah. You know, what's his name? Sean Sapp, the big wrestling commentator. He's big on Twitter. He's like a wrestling. He was like, the photo Nikki Bella turns on Stephanie. He's like, Nikki's lost her last 3 matches. This makes no sense. I was like, hey, bro, it's professional wrestling, bro. It don't matter if you lose. Maybe she turned heel because she has been losing.
Exactly.
And she needs to change shit up, bro. Like, if it's wins and losses, that's not the way wrestling works, bro.
But I want to know what is her reasoning is. And she better not say no lame ass shit like, we helped start this women's revolution because your generation of women wrestlers, Nikki Bella. No, you didn't. I am so sorry.
I think the story is when you're at the top, you just have no friends. You always got to keep that head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Nikki Bella wants that belt. Stephanie Vaquer has it. I was friends with you before you got the belt. Now that you got the belt, I'm taking my opportunity.
I think this is just another way for the WWE to solidify their legends, definitely the women's, by them actually winning a women's title. Because again, Nikki Bella came from the era of Divas title, that big ass butterfly title. That's what that was their championship, bro.
Worst looking belt ever. I hated that belt.
That was the toyish looking belt I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It made you not want to care about the championship.
And we're probably definitely getting this match at Survivor Series. So, I mean, we both have a 0% chance Nikki Bella wins, right? Unless, like you said, they want to solidify a vet to win this belt.
Now, I will say this. If Nikki Bella does win, it will be because of her sister, Brie.
What? You think?
I think so.
How about the Boston crowd cheering when Nikki Bella's leaving the ring? John Cena left you.
I didn't hear that. They must have cut that shit on the replay because I didn't hear that shit on the replay.
Yeah, bro. Oh shit, we forgot to mention John Cena said WWF in his promo, and they bleeped it out.
Triple H looking at him like, "Come on, man."
He's like, "Come on, bro. That's trademarked by not us."
I said, didn't even look at him. He was talking like The Rock at one point. He knew he messed up.
So you think Brie Bella?
First WWF show right here.
Yeah. You think Brie Bella comes back to WWE with Daniel Bryanson or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, being a commentator on AEW? You think Brie Bella crosses that line?
Why not? I mean, if Rhea Ripley a bigger star and Buddy Matthews over, like, come on.
Yeah. That's true. I watched this little clip online. Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him. He said he got fired in 2010, but they brought him back like 3 months later. But like Nexus jumped John Cena, and like he was doing all this shit in the ring, blah blah blah, and he gets backstage, and they're like, "Who's spit in John Cena's face?" He's like, "Oh, that was me." It's like, bro. And then they're like, "Who was choking out Justin Roberts with a belt?" He's like, that was me.
He was choking Justin Roberts with his tie.
A tie. Yeah, that's right. He's like, "Oh, that was me. Everything you're mad about, that was me, guys."
Yeah. But guess what? He became the biggest thing, so undeniable. Like Chris Cross said, they say, make yourself undeniable, right?
Yeah.
He made himself undeniable that it had no choice but to give him the title. And they tried everything to shoot his dude away, but the crowd just kept, they wanted Bryan. Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble, and they booed that man out the building, bro.
They all regret that now. They all regret that now.
Please. No, nobody does.
Y'all, Tribal Chief, big dog.
No, he wasn't Tribal Chief then, bro.
No, he will always be the Tribal Chief.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you like this. Nobody regrets that because at the time, Roman didn't find his niche and they just kept sticking him down our throats. It was like, we don't like this dude. He's corny. He's corny on the mic. He's corny in the ring.
He was really bad on the mic, bro. Remember when John Cena got him, bro? And John Cena's like, this is called a promo. And he's like, you're a bitch.
Matter of fact, you a part-time bitch. Pick-ass bitch. I was like, please get over it. Just get out of here with that shit, bro. And then John Cena hit him with, congratulations. It took you 4.5 years to cut a halfway decent promo.
Yeah.
Boy, ate Roman's ass up, bro.
Ain't it crazy that anytime in a WWE superstar calls someone else part-time, they eventually become part-time?
Part-time themselves.
John Cena called Rock part-time. He became part-time. Roman calls John Cena part-time. Roman, you part-time.
So let's talk about it since we're on this topic. I really feel like there is a big, large community of professional wrestling fans that see, knows, and reject that when the machine gets behind somebody, or they don't like when the machine tells you, you supposed to like this guy. You're supposed to cheer for this guy.
Yeah, 100%.
We don't want that. Don't tell us who to cheer for. Don't tell us who to like and don't like. We will decide that. Because when it's all said and done, let's keep it 1,000. When it's all said and done, without us, you will have no industry. We are the lifeblood of the professional wrestling industry, which is the fans. You understand what I'm saying? Without fans, you have nothing.
But then in the end, the person they were jamming down our throat, John Cena, we booed him. Now we love him. They were shoving Roman down our throat. We booed him. Now we love him. They was right, bro. They was right.
No, they wasn't. Listen. No, they wasn't. No, it wasn't right. It's sort of like, who can I use this analogy for in sports? Number 1 draft pick, motherfucker boo-boo. Then all of a sudden, he start playing with the right type of players, the right system, right coaching, the right type of situation. Then he start balling out of control. Take Daniel Jones, right? He was a New York Giant, and he was boo-boo. Now he's with the Colts. Now he's playing, he's balling out of control now. So I think wrestling fans is not saying that you're wrong. This person would never be what you want him to be. But at this point in time, we're not accepting it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because Roman wasn't ready, bro. Roman, his promos was cringy. His promos was force-fed. It was corny, man. It was not good. It was not good.
Yeah.
Because if it was good, I'd have been like, I don't know why people was hating on him. He was good. But it was only because of the tribal chief persona. If he never would have transformed to the tribal chief, Roman wouldn't have been where he's at right now. And I really think the help with the bloodline of his cousins joining and they come and heal, I think that really put a lot of oomph, what gave the battery in the back of Roman Reigns. Because before that, bro, I'm telling you, Roman Reigns was not liked at all. I'm talking about not at all.
Let me ask you this. Did you hate his matches when he was bad at promos?
Yeah, his matches wasn't that good to me.
Really?
Yeah.
The one with Brock at WrestleMania when Seth cashes in?
That was all Brock.
Come on.
Because you got to remember, Brock came off the heels of beating John Cena like a rag doll at that SummerSlam. Turned around and he faced Roman Reigns. Brock brought a sense of realism. See, I've got to say this, man. And this is why Goldberg will always be one of my favorites. He brought a sense of realism into the match. When is wrestling the best? When we know shit's going to play out, when we know the shit it's going to happen, or when the lines are blurred so much that you're like, what is going on? And you don't know what to believe. That's when pro wrestling is the best. You want to tell me how I know? The NWO, no one didn't know what the fuck is going on. They thought it was an invasion from WWE. Oh my God, the lines are blurred. Right? The match with John Cena and Brock Lesnar, he was throwing, bro. People hated John Cena because he was the super John Cena. People turned against Brock in the middle of that match because they wanted John Cena to come back and win because Brock was dominating that much. But guess what? When it came to Roman Reigns, ain't nobody cheering for no round Roman Reigns. They was cheering for that boy to get whooped. But I'm going to tell you something. Roman's father believed the match so much that when Roman lost, he got mad and they tried to calm him down. They was trying to start some shit in the crowd.
Yeah. And we had the backstage segment after Roman. We've all seen the highlight of Paul Heyman can like coming to him backstage and being like, bro, no matter what happens, you're the future of this industry. Paul Heyman knew, bro. Paul Heyman knew.
Yeah, because Paul Heyman knew once the machine gets behind you, one way or another, they're going to put you on Front Street, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
And your boy Goldberg, bro, I just saw him on another clip. I don't know how old it is, but he's talking about John Cena's farewell tour. And he's like, they're not going to cut him off, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, stop, bro. I think Goldberg is turning into the Bret Hart. Like, Bret Hart was one of my all-time greats. But now, like, and it's crazy that they're both connected because every time I hear Bret Hart talk, he cannot say anything without bringing up Bill Goldberg and how his injury and this, blah, blah, blah. And now big Bill Goldberg is like that butt hurt person. Like, they did this, they did that, they didn't give me this. I was on Saturday Night Main Event, blah. Like, bro, stop, bro.
No, he don't need to stop. He don't need to stop. He needs to keep continuing. I'm going to tell you why. Listen, one thing about that clip I saw, Goldberg, that stood out to me, he said, they knew I was going to have a post-match time to speak, but there was no time restraints being spoken to. So I'm like, damn, that's poor production. How are you going to send a man out there to cut a promo, but you don't tell him you only have this much time. You will only have this much time. So get us what you need to get in before we're going to cut you. That's why he's so shocked.
Did he never watch a Saturday Night Main Event, bro? It cuts off at 10, bro. It cuts off at 10, bro.
Don't do that because I'm going to tell you why. Somebody that's producers for matches. There are executive producers, everything. Why didn't nobody tell Goldberg, you only have this amount of time?
So you think WWE did all this shit for Goldberg's retirement match, brought him in, did all this, and then they're like, we're going to fuck him over in the end. That's what you're saying?
I don't think they had the intentions of fucking him over. But again, who knows? It's WWE. They petty like that. They're petty. But one thing I do want to say, and this is some real shit, they didn't prepare Goldberg for what was about to happen. They didn't go over anything. They didn't say, you only have this much of time, so make it quick. Or hold your thoughts. We're going to record a whole program afterwards, and it's going to be on this, so don't say anything.
They posted it regardless. Goldberg is petty, bro. He's petty, bro.
Listen, no.
Some girl beating my record. No, her name's Asuka, bro. Her name's Asuka.
Listen, I don't care what you say about Asuka, and I love Asuka. I don't care. Hey, I'm so serious this. I love Asuka. She's good. But you cannot sit here and tell me when it's all said and done that Asuka's going to be more remembered than Goldberg. Really?
No.
Goldberg was in an era where the wrestling was at its highest peak. All right? Then Goldberg was one of the major players in that era. Okay? So y'all can talk shit about Goldberg all you want. You can say about his work rate and his in-ring ability and he's complaining and all that shit. But you can't take away the fact that man is a fucking legend when it's all said and done. And he brought eyes and put butts in seats and brought millions and millions of dollars into an industry. Okay? I don't care. You can't tell me that. Nobody can tell me shit. That's why everybody's like, oh, but this, that. But you can't tell me the motherfucker ain't sell out arenas. You can't tell me that he's not a draw.
Sold out Georgia Dome against Hulk Hogan.
There's only a couple of draws in wrestling history, and Goldberg is one of them. So tell me, how bad was he really? Stop the cap. Stop the cap, man.
Like I've said before, bro, we was at a WCW Nitro. My uncle took me, bro, and we was trying to beat traffic. And I was like, Goldberg's coming out, bro. Goldberg's coming out. Right when we're leaving the arena, all I hear is dun, dun, dun. I was like so mad, bro. I was so fuming for like 5 weeks. I was like, I just miss Goldberg, bro. But I'm glad we got to see him in Atlanta, Saturday Night Main Event. That was the first time I seen Goldberg live.
That's crazy.
Right there, bro. Because I missed him. I was leaving the stadium when this motherfucking music hit, bro.
Hey, man, come on now. You gotta do better now. I'm telling you, I was in and I cannot even tell you the energy. See, Goldberg was one of those type of wrestlers when he was growing up, and all wrestling fans, we gotta talk about this on Word on the Street, trying to convert non-wrestling fans into wrestling fans. That was the one dude I will always tell people, watch this guy right here. And they will always be like, who is this dude? He just kicked this dude. He speared this dude. And people was losing their minds because Goldberg brought a sense of realism into pro wrestling. And you cannot buy that. You can't mimic that. And that's what I'm saying. I keep it 100. I'm not going to sit here and not give Goldberg his flowers just because he's talking shit. In his own opinion, he felt like he was short-sighted. Because, you know, WWE always have this thing about ex-WCW people. If WWE didn't make you, if you're not homegrown, they ain't going to show you love like that, bro. Look what they did to Sting.
Sting. That's all I was going to say. Sting. Yeah. There's only few that have crossed over and had great success.
Look what WWE. They did to the NWO once it got to the WWE. They made them like a bunch of punks.
Yeah.
You got beat by The Rock, got beat by Stone Cold. I mean, come on, bro. Everybody know the NWO whooped The Rock and Stone Cold's ass up and down the goddamn aisle, bro. Come on, man.
Ooh, people going to disagree with you on that, bro. Nah. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I want them to. Please do.
All right, bro. All right, bro. So we're 2 weeks away from War Games, and we finally get a build. We're going to start with the women. One team right now. Let's shout out Asuka, Kairi Sane. They're tag team champs again because Nia, Jax, and Lash Legend interfere with the match. They beat Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. So right now we got 4-on-4 in the women's side. We got Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Asuka, Kairi versus Charlotte, Alexa, Rhea Bloody Ripley, and EO motherfucking Sky. Who do you think's going to be at it? Because we know it's 5-on-5. I don't even know, bro. I can't even think of any.
I'm gonna tell you who I think. I'm gonna tell you I don't give a goddamn fuck, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. This shit don't make no damn sense. First of all, I could have swore on SmackDown, like when Lash Legend was first coming on SmackDown, the main roster, she had a little buddy with her. I forgot her name. No disrespect.
Jakari Jackson.
And that wasn't they was supposed to start a program with Nia Jax that was going against her and stuff?
Yeah, I think
now
so.
All of a sudden they cut her. Partners.
They didn't see it eye to eye, bro. Now they do.
Listen, War Games is a type of match you got to have build rivalries. Originated by Dusty Rhodes. You got to have strong rivalries to make this match make sense. Not Rhea Ripley busting out of nowhere with the Batman mask on, talking about so War Games. Really?
You know
what
if it's War Games. You know if it's War Games. Rhea Ripley got a mask on because last year she had the mask on because she broke her nose. This year she's already wearing a mask, bro.
But for why? What is the point of War Games? What rivalry that is so out of control that no match can contain them, that they got to put these women inside of a two ring, two cages? What? There is none.
I guess it's Asuka and Kairi versus Charlotte and Alexa since they just won the belts. And then Nia
put them in a cage match with just them four women. But you ain't got to what is the point, man? There is no heated rivalry in the men's division or the women's division that justifies a fucking War Games. No, it isn't. It's a waste. It's a waste, bro. It's just putting people together just for the sake of a match.
I mean, yeah, especially since we're only 2 weeks away. But we know it's going to be 5-on-5. I don't see any other women joining any other team. I don't get it. So I don't know where they're going to get the other women from. Hopefully WWE can bring it together. I mean, Bianca, no. Jade, maybe, no. Nikki and Stephanie on one team and the other, maybe. I don't know. Is it just going to be a 4-on-4 War Games with the women? Or are we going to have 5-on-5? It's got to be 5-on-5, right?
So let me ask you this. Here's a clip for you. Watch this. I'm going to compare the women's War Games to the women's Blood and Guts on AEW. And AEW has been building up this rivalry between all these women for the last 2 months. Okay? So it makes more sense in AEW for them to have a Blood and Guts because there's so much bad blood between these women. But over here on this side, what are we doing?
It's just throw it together, bro.
What are we doing, bro? Even on the men's, this shit don't make no sense. It don't make no sense on the men's side.
Yeah. Well, the men's side, we'll get into that. Logan, Braun Breaker versus Punk, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes. Now, for that, I think we could, for the Logan side, the Paul Heyman side, you could add Brock and Drew. And on the other side, you could add Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. That makes the most sense for me.
That do make the most sense, but still, there is nothing there to justify this type of match. What rivalries are so heated? And again, what do we like? Why do we need a War Game?
Oh yeah, the IWC does not like War Games, bro. It's like out of the big four, it is definitely number 4 by far.
No, I love War Games. I love War Games, but the problem is the rivalry's got to be
sense.
That fucking bad. It's got to be such heated that we got to settle this in the cage, weapons, 2 cages, 2 rings. We won't get it on. It's got to be like that.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. The last War Games that I thoroughly enjoyed was the fucking Bloodline War Games. That was dope as hell.
Yeah.
You understand? But since then, War Games has just been it's been more about the match than the actual rivalry. And it's not supposed to be
they've been throwing it together too late, bro. They've been throwing it together the last few years. It's just been thrown together 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks before the match, we'll just throw it together. I think honestly, Elimination Chamber is becoming more important than Survivor Series.
And even that lost its mystique. We got pads all the way around the ring on the steel griddle. It's not even the same no more. That's not the old school elimination.
He wants that original.
I want to, bro. People was getting slammed and they backs look like hamburger meat off a grill when they get up, bruh.
Yeah.
With the grill marks on their back, bruh. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's pro wrestling. If you watch pro wrestling and sit here and tell me that you don't like violence, something wrong with you. Let's keep it a buck. We watch pro wrestling for the violence. We don't watch pro wrestling for the stories and the wee. Nobody watches that shit for that. You want to see a motherfucker get picked up, slam, drop, knock, kick, punch. You want to see something like that for the violence. It's a violent form of entertainment.
Yeah. So we had the stare down between Jade and Charlotte. So that's why I'm thinking Jade could be on the other team opposite Charlotte, and then maybe a little tiffy time on Charlotte's team, bro.
Please, don't bring up Tiffany. Don't bring her up. She's been sent back down to the PC Center, rightfully so, to where she can get her shit right.
Bro, you saw her on the top women. You saw it. It was Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, some girl I never heard of that wrestles in New Japan, and then Tiffany Stratton was number 4,
Tiffany
bro.
Was number 5. So it was
number 5. All right,
her.
Number 5.
And
top 5 in the world, big dog.
And that's being generous. She should have been top 15.
She was above Stephanie Vaquer, just letting you know.
Which is stupid, because you mean to tell me that Stephanie Vaquer is not as up to par in the ring than Stratton?
It ain't about just the ring, bro. It's about everything.
Yeah. Can you give me one good match that Tiffany Stratton had this year, sir?
I mean, they're all pretty good, bro.
There you go.
She does her part, bro. She does her part.
She's bad. She's not ready. She's undone. She's not cooked all the way, bro. She's still baking. Let her bake. And there's nothing wrong with letting people bake and getting ready. They should have kept her in NXT. She should have been the face of NXT women's division right there. That's what she should stay.
Yeah.
And then when she's completely ready, then make a transfer. The WWE, they treat wrestlers like McDonald's. They put them through the PC Center. And that's why Cross said this. He says, I want wrestlers to go and do the independence. Hone your craft. Get better at the small things. Because when you in the machine, PC Center, 1 to 2 years, main roster. We need you. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Well, I'm not ready. I don't care. Let's go. We got ways around it.
Yeah. That's what's different about NXT now than what it was back in the day. Back in the day, Triple H brought all these indie wrestlers into NXT. Now it's all these college people who didn't make it, no offense to them, at their sport, and now they're just getting transferred over to. It's like a fallback plan, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
What was said? I forgot who said it, but it was said. They said John Cena would be the last star bigger than WWE. Nobody would be bigger than WWE. Triple H said it. And they're proving their point. And this is how they're proving their point. We're not going to get independent stars. We're not going to put you through the machine and you already have a rapport and then come here and stay on the stage. We're going to take nobodies and we're going to make them to stars. Because the star of the show is the logo. That's the star of the show, WWE, the product. And then the number 2 star behind that logo is Mr. Levesque. This is what it is right now, man. They don't care. They don't care. They feel like they can pump out superstars like a conveyor belt.
Yeah, like a factory.
But it's not working. Look at your arenas, WWE. Look at your ticket sales, WWE. You only sold 3,000 tickets for the Madison Square Garden show. What you doing
right now? No way, bro.
Yes.
No way. With John Cena's last match?
Word on the street. That ain't John Cena's last match at Madison Square Garden.
No, it's his last appearance at Madison Square Garden. Coming up.
Yeah, but guess what? Them folks in New York is hurting for money, bro. It's high cost living out there. Motherfuckers ain't got money like that. Okay? In this economy, you want to sit here and charge people out their ass? Come on, nah, bro. Nobody ain't got time for that shit, bro. I'm glad this is happening to the E to make them realize, like, maybe we should lower these prices. Yes, lower the fucking prices, man.
We gonna talk about that on Word on the Street, bro.
Oh, because y'all stay tuned.
Homeboy got some shit to say, bro. But women's war games, I just thought of it. Could be AJ Lee joining Team Charlotte, Becky Lynch joining Team. I guess we'll call it Kabuki Warriors team. We'll call it that. Tag team champs.
Charlotte joins Kabuki Warriors?
No. Becky Lynch joins the Kabuki Warriors team. The heel team, if you will. And then AJ Lee.
No, I don't want to see Becky. Not because it's Becky. I don't want to see the reverberation effect of Becky being over there that we're gonna get goddamn Maxine Dupree on the other side.
That's all I think. Just maybe AJ Lee, bro. AJ Lee is on that side. Because she done disappeared. She signed a contract with WWE. She ain't there no more, bro.
Speaking of AJ Lee, bro, what was going on with Punk with that bullshit he said? My wife AJ Lee will leave all 4 or 5 of you guys standing in a pool of piss and blood.
He said 5, and there was only 4 of them standing there. I was very confused,
bro. Boy, Punk, man, he didn't. I want to say some shit, but it crossed over to political, so I'm not gonna say it because we don't talk politics before for your podcast. But Jesus, man, Punk is straight, man, oh man, what happened to him?
World heavyweight champion, baby, CM Punk.
Yeah, and he mocks the Young Buck celebration about that his victory lap in the ring and shit, bro.
He's crazy, bro.
Punk,
all right,
on the mic,
you got anything?
Horrible.
He's been terrible. We've talked about it many, many times.
I'm gonna keep talking about it until he gets better, and he ain't gonna get better because everybody's like, yeah, see, as long as you have a singable song and it's catchy for the crowd, you would never truly understand the effect that they're doing. Okay, maybe people just like to be involved with something. You know what I mean? So when they come out and everybody else singing, I'm gonna sing too. But I really don't rock with this dude. But everybody else is doing it, I'm gonna do it too. I don't know, bro. Punk, he ain't it. Can we get a new world heavyweight champion? Because at this point, I'd rather see Franklin as the world heavyweight champion than Punk, honestly.
I think WrestleMania, Punk loses. We'll see. Probably to Brock Lesnar.
And I hope Brock Lesnar wiped the mat with that dude, like 3 seconds. Suplex.
That ain't going to happen,
and
bro.
Then 2 F5s. Put that boy down. But yeah, no, I'm not impressed with the War Games from either side. I'm not impressed. I wasn't impressed with the Raw that came on this past Monday, except for the John Cena promo, Dominik Mysterio's confrontation face to face. That was the only thing that got me hyped. Logan Paul coming out there, and then leave it up to WWE to have something that gets you hyped, and then all of a sudden the next week they fucking fall. It's like, man,
he's joining the vision, bro.
I got a new vision, and I'm like, oh. God, here we go.
You knew it was coming, bro. You knew it was coming.
We knew it was coming, but how they introduce it is whack. Logan Paul, I'm gonna be honest with you. Logan Paul is one of those dudes who don't need a faction. He doesn't need a faction. He doesn't need one.
He gets enough heat on his own, bro. He gets enough heat on his own.
By himself.
Yeah.
He don't need a faction, bro. And to me, I would have loved to see Logan Paul just do this thing by himself. But again, it's WWE. They know what's best for us. They know what we like to watch. So
Paul loves us. Paul Levesque knows what we want, bro. He knows what we want.
Well, maybe Paul Levesque should tell TKO, y'all might want to help me switch up these storylines because we losing mad money right now. The boom period is officially over in the E. And you know
what's the IWC calling this area? This era?
What is it called? Depression era.
Ruthless depression era.
Look, it's over.
That's a good name.
It's over.
That's a good name.
We'll
see, bro. Man. I still, I'm a WWE diehard fan, bro. They still got time to turn it around, bro. They still got time.
Don't do that to yourself.
If it's still bad by Mania, I'll lose faith, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
If it's still bad by Mania, bro,
do yourself a favor. Take that unconditional love for the E. Take it out. Put it on the side, and just understand that long as TKO is in charge, you're going to be disappointed. Come to grips with that reality. Maybe they'll see the E that we know that we fell in love with, that was there, is no longer there no more. And they gave us a year and a half to prove it. Like, yo, this is not the same E.
We still got a chance, bro. Like when it'll be around Easter. Jesus got resurrected at Easter, bro. WWE will get resurrected come Las Vegas WrestleMania, bro.
Nope. They won't. They won't. They won't. They won't. They won't, man. There's only one professional wrestling company in the United States of America that is knocking shit out the park. And I don't understand why they don't get more credit. And that's them acronyms over there. AEW has been fired the whole 2025. But yet people don't want to give them a chance because they're so dedicated. I'm such a loyalist to the WWE, which is stupid. Be a loyalist to professional wrestling. Be a loyalist to the art form. Love the art of pro wrestling. And when you do that, it opens up so many doors that you've never seen before. If you've never been to an independent pro wrestling show, I implore you, go support your local independent company. It is great. It's good shit.
Yeah.
You don't got to know the characters for you to be involved with them. You ain't got to see them for 2 years and then all of a sudden I'm going to cheer for them. Yo, just understand bad versus good, heel versus face. You got good stuff. You got good
Yeah.
stuff. It's a whole lot more cheaper than the motherfucker you paying for WWE shit. I tell you that.
Gotta sell your house, yeah.
Matter of fact,
Sell
one
your
of the
house to
UC
buy some WrestleMania tickets.
one of the UCW wrestlers that I saw the other night when I went to see Cross, he got signed to a WWE ID deal. And I can see why. I can see why. He had the physique. I mean, this dude was chiseled. He had the energy. I can see him being a mainstay in NXT. Roster, who knows? He still got a lot of development to go. But he signed a WWE ID deal. And I thought that the ID shit was done because I heard rumors that they was going to pull the IWID after what happened with Rampage Jackson's son. So who knows? Who knows?
Bad look. Bad look. All right, y'all. That's been our WWE top storylines of the week. Let us know what you think about everything WWE. We'll see you on AEW and Word on the Street. Like, comment, subscribe, drink Woo Energy. Peace, y'all.
Peace.